Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to the second to last Vlogmas video. It is Christmas Eve. All of my presents have just been wrapped. Check that off the list. Today I thought I'd bring you one more helpful OT video of the year, and that is 3 things OT school does not teach you and what you can do about it. Now, if you're in occupational therapy school or a student in general, going to college, getting your undergrad, hopefully you already have some basic time management skills, but trust me, I know that y'all are pulling all-nighters and you're having trouble managing your time to complete all your projects and all your papers in a timely manner, and you're rushing. Trust me, I've been there, and I'm happy that I'm not there anymore, but I know that that can be a struggle, and I'm still struggling with time management even as an OT, even as a professional. I still struggle to finish all of my documentation on time, to reply to emails in a timely manner. So it never really ends, but you're gonna have to figure that out on your own. OT school's definitely not gonna teach you those skills. So one thing that I like to do, I'm a huge fan of to-do list. I have a long-term to-do list and then a daily to-do list, and I kind of organize my tasks in that way. And I'm a paper and pen kind of gal. I know some people of the younger generation will put everything on their phone, but I really like to write everything down. I love little to-do list pads. So you just have to figure out what works for you. I know some people like the bullet journal and block scheduling, blocking out every hour. Another thing that I recommend is setting a timer and timing yourself to see how long it actually takes you to complete tasks. So I find that I usually underestimate how long it takes me to do certain things, especially write notes. So you will be doing a lot of writing in school, and you're going to be doing a lot of writing as an OT. So figuring out how quickly you can write will be a big help. And then having hard deadlines. So I find it difficult to complete a task if I don't have some sort of external deadline. If I just tell myself that I want to have it done by this day or this time, it usually doesn't happen. But if I have someone else holding me accountable or knowing that someone else depends on me, then I'm usually more successful at meeting a deadline or finishing something on time. And lastly, I think some people like to use time management apps. There's a lot of apps you can get on your computer, on your phone. I've never used them, so I don't have any to recommend. But I know that a lot of people do find those helpful, finding an app that will turn off your phone or limit how much time you can spend on Instagram or browsing or whatever it is you folks do on your phone. I'm just on YouTube all day. I love YouTube. Number 2 is personal social skills. You are not going to learn personal social skills in OT school. Hopefully you have them before you get there, but trust me, this is a big one. I would say more than 50% of therapy includes personal social interactions with clients, their families, other medical professionals. So you need to know how to talk with and engage other people. Being able to build relationships with your clients and your coworkers and everyone else that you work with is a huge deal. If you're in OT school or you're applying, you have at least the minimum amount of personal social skills that you need. But trust me, if you don't have that one, I would say this is the hardest to work on. But I think you can. It just really takes having self-awareness of how others perceive you and how you try to be perceived. Some things that I find helpful are recording yourself. I think I'm definitely more aware now that I make these videos and watch myself talk back and listen to the language I use. Sometimes I hear myself talk back and I think, oh, why did I use that word? Why did I keep saying that same word over and over again? So expanding your vocabulary is a huge help. But recording yourself and seeing your little mannerisms, like I talk with my hands all the time, I notice, like, keep your hands down. It's like Ricky Bobby, he doesn't know what to do with his hands. Some other things that help you build personal social skills but are challenging and scary, and that's just starting a conversation with a stranger or talking about different topics with your friends. So starting a conversation with your friend about something that you don't normally talk about and seeing how they react to you is always kind of fun. And then really just asking your friends and family how they perceive you. You know, I can't say that I've personally done that, but because I'm a little bit scared, honestly. I mean, it is scary to really know the truth about what others think about you and your personality and your mannerisms and your behaviors. But, you know, if you really want to go there and you really feel like you're struggling with, you know, interacting with others, especially strangers, there's really no other way to build that skill other than to practice it. I will say that I have coworkers and friends that have worked with OT students on their field work, and they say that one of the biggest things is their lack of ability to carry on a conversation or engage the clients, have small talk while they're conducting their treatment. So it is a huge deal, and if you struggle with that, I'm really, really sorry. I love to talk, and so sometimes I find that I talk too much and we lose focus on therapy. So that could be another issue if you're like a chatty Cathy and you're just talking all the time. But then you have the other end of the spectrum where you literally don't know what to say, and it can be really awkward, and that awkward silence can sometimes be unbearable. But if you do struggle, I can tell you the more you interact with and engage with clients, it does get better, it does get more comfortable, but you really just have to practice. Number 3 is piggybacking off my last video, and that is creativity. OT school is not going to teach you how to be creative. OT school will definitely give you ideas and start to help you think about the world a little bit differently and how to use the environment to your advantage. But creativity is one of the things that I think sets us apart as a medical profession. And like I said in my previous video, you can be an OT and not be creative. Trust me, I don't feel like I'm super creative by any means, but I've definitely learned some things along the way. And some tips for being more creative include talking to other OTs and other OT students and sharing your ideas and thoughts. We shouldn't be trying to keep all of our ideas and creative strategies to ourselves. I think that's really selfish. And if you should want others to be able to take your ideas and adapt them and apply them to other patients in their own way, so that everyone has the chance to be successful as an OT and for them to give the best to their clients. You know, it's a two-way street. You should want to share your ideas and see how people adapt them and change them. Just the same as you want ideas for your own treatment and your own therapy. You know, it can get really stagnant when you do the same thing every single day over and over again, the same interventions, the same activities. So, you know, when you see someone out of the corner of your eye doing something, be like, oh, you know, tell them like, hey, that's a great idea. I never thought about that. Could you show me a little bit more? You know, it's a two-way street, so share your ideas. Other people will be willing to share their ideas. You shouldn't want to hoard and keep all of your great ideas for yourself. Again, I think that's just really selfish, and I don't think that's not what OT is about. And I don't think it is, because my other recommendation is to go on Pinterest. You will find so many ideas, especially if you're in pediatrics. There's a lot of good geriatric Pinterest out there as well, for like modified equipment and adaptive equipment. But Pinterest will be your best friend. There's so many good Pinterest boards out there, so definitely make that one of your go-tos. And I don't think there's anything wrong with using Pinterest as a therapist to get ideas. And lastly, just make sure you stay organized. Try and keep a list and reference of all the activities and interventions that you come across, especially handouts, printable activities. Try and stay as organized as possible, because that will definitely help you be able to go back and reference in the future when you've kind of run out of ideas. I have multiple filing cabinets of pediatric therapy activities that I stole from my first job. Not that I stole, but that I collected and was able to take with me. So definitely do that. Stay organized. But I think those are it. Those are the 3 things that I think OT school or any college education is not going to provide you. I really think they're just providing the basic foundational knowledge, and then you have to take that knowledge and apply it to the next level as a professional, being creative, being engaging with your peers and your clients in a socially acceptable way, and managing your time so that you're able to do all of that together without stressing. Oh my gosh, it can be so overwhelming, especially with Christmas, you know? It's definitely hard taking any time off as an OT because there is a lot of times not anyone to see your clients, so you have to work longer days and fit everyone in, and it can be really stressful. So that's where some of these tips apply. I'll definitely be doing some documentation tonight, but that is going to be the end of this video for me. I hope you're enjoying these conversations that we're able to have. I hope you are getting ready to have a wonderful Christmas. This is going to be the last OT video of 2019. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. We're heading to go see my family, so if you want to hang out with me and my family, check out the next video. If not, I'll see you in 2020. Bye.